Oh, another good day at the office. I got some transformers from my work. This photocopier and monitor came from one of Brad's old works. This is another Silicon Graphics Indie monitor made by Sony with Trinitron tube. I sold one to Matty VT93. You can probably have this one as a parts unit. The base and bottom of the cabinet's all smashed up. Yeah, these transformers are interesting. I think this one's about 6,000 volts at 1 amp or something ridiculous like that, but it's damaged or shorting, probably bad. One of these two, no, that one there's bad. That one's good. That's a 5,000 volt transformer. Multi-voltage input and everything. This is a matched pair for an RF welder. I'm getting the vacuum tubes, RF blockers and other stuff very shortly, so I can probably make an RF generator / welder. Good for setting adhesives, welding PVC tubing ends together, which is what we use it at work for. We use it for the solar collector tubes, welding the ends shut. That's just a 6.3 volt 7 amp with different taps. It's 240 volt input, and then you can go 0 for 240. There's -5 or 10% on the line voltage, and there's also +5 or 10%. So you can boost your line output voltage a little bit by going plus or minus or whatever. So yeah, they're interesting. That's part of one of the RF machines that had a bit of a tracing problem. I think the brass head was up there. Oh no, sorry, the brass head was attached here, I think. No. Brass head's attached here with a strap going to the RF generator. That was an aluminium plate for ground, and a pneumatic cylinder or two was pushing that down onto the solar heating tube to fusion weld it or RF weld it, and it started tracing up here to ground because the machine was so powerful. It's got a bigger transformer than this one in it. 5 volt transformer is about as big as that, except it's rated 40 amps. That's a 20 amp one, like a microwave magnetron. Yeah, so I'm going to mill that flat again, take all that burnt crap off it and reuse it for mine. And get more stuff like this from work. We always use acetyl and UMPI, ultra high molecular weight polyethylene. So yeah, that's a future project, RF welder. This one here, you might see what smoke comes out when I plug it in. Might just plug a universal motor across it just in case it does get a bit excited. That'd be fun. That one definitely works though. That's 4 or 5 kV. Numerous voltage inputs. It's like 110, 240, plus or minus 5, 10%. Usual jargon. I did a scrap pickup from the aircon place. I've got a nice old illuminated sign with no glass. Don't know what to do with that. Warranty replaced inverter board from a very modern air conditioner. I'm not too sure what make that is. Might be a Fujitsu or Daikin. Yeah, I'll clean up in here in the weekend. I'm definitely got to get some more tyres for this car. That one's crapping out again. Bugger it. Always happens. Going to the scrapyard one too many times, pick up a screw and that's the end of it. But that's an old one. That's got a tube in it. It's bad. Very bad. And there's a trailer full of air conditioners. Lots of them. That was all my shit that I already had on here, but it's a nice inverter Fujitsu. Non-inverter Fujitsu, same as the one down the side of the shed. There's my heat pump. Indoor units, I've got them to put indoor units aside for me now, which is good. Daikin inverter, dead. Mitsubishi, normal AC one, standard. Don't know if it's dead or not. And there's a little China thing down there, Chanlin or whatever they call it. Crap thing. More condensers out here. Got to check that one from Matty VT93. He wants a working split system, so if it's all in good order I'll give it a full clean and service, and hey, it'll be a good cheap split. That box over there is the indoor coil for the hydronics. Hydronic air conditioning. I don't know why they don't just put a refrigerated coil in here and run refrigerant, but hydronics is obviously the rage for these things. And it's a horrible mess in here too. So I won't get around to doing any detailed autopsies simply because I can't see what I'm shooting on this camera. The other camcorder I can still get again, but it's just too clumsy and the files are way too big. Today I'm just going to make a selector panel for the unit. There'll be off position, fan and pump, circulation pump run, and then compressor, fan and circulation pump. The switch is going to switch directly to the fan and circulation relay in there. Then I'm going to use this relay to take over from that contact when I rotate the switch again, and it'll run fan, pump and compressor. There's already a compressor relay in there, so this one's just handling switching current. It's a piddly little 16 amp thing, or 9 amps per leg, 415 volts. I was just doing a bit of testing the other night with some light bulbs and things and drawing shit up. I put a little panel lamp on it, so that'll be all good. This thing will run again. And it does run. It runs quite well actually. Pump works. I've run the pump. Yeah, biggest test will be to fill it up with water and see what leaks, because there's rust stains all over the place. Could just be sweating though. All this gets sweaty when it runs, so it's just dribbling water all over the place. Oh, that's another project. Really got to clean up around here when it stops raining. I'll do that again. Keep cleaning up. Thanks for watching.